Oh my goodness, it's like it went quickly to live. Okay, like look at here. I literally normally when I want to go live, it normally stalls like a mother. But now it went quickly to live. Like, oh my gosh, like you really want to see me like, looking crazy. Okay. I mean, anyway, actually I chose to look crazy by not fluffing. Uh this is me with literally like no makeup. Except for like, my eyes and yeah. Okay. So weird. I was hoping to take some sippies before before it went like you're right. I was like, oh shit, dear God. Oh, this would be horrible if it was like one of those like live TV shows or something. Anyway, hey, what's up? Like, the title of this video is called ooh, let's talk about the J word. Jesus. No, just kidding. Actually partially we're gonna talk about Jesus. So yeah, that too, but also it is Sunday. So what what's a better day than Sunday to talk about the Lord and Savior Jesus? But I wanted to talk about the other pardon me, I wanted to talk about the other J word too. I literally, I shit you not, I just woke up from a very nice little nap, and my hair is not done. Okay, my face is not done. But here we are. I I didn't even want to be on video today. I wasn't well, I had no intention to film today. I just wanted to kind of work on some things of mine, which I mentioned go toward after this. But I wanted to, kind of throw in my thoughts on the Jamie Foxx situation. Supposedly, like I only knew about this literally less than a half an hour ago, just right as soon as I woke up. So supposedly he had posted something about Jesus, something in regards to Jesus being betrayed, and what do you think that they'll do to you? And regardless of what the underlying comment is, it was just like it was a very perfect time for Jews to victimize themselves. Not to say that what's happened, because that's the J word. Sorry, Jews and Jesus. So you can talk about me. I think this is also a kind of a tactical moment too, for me to just kind of, wake up, roll out, literally roll out of the bed and come up on here because like I know you guys say a bunch of like superficial shit about me every single fucking day. So it's like, what's the point in me getting gussied up for you to still try to talk shit? So I mean, this is me obviously living the imperfectly perfect person that I am. Um making it easy for you bitches because it's always cyclical. You feel me? It's just like, pick a fucking struggle. Okay. And then even when you can't, it's just like you gotta lie about it. So here, let me help you disabled bitches. You feel me? And it's not even like a remark about she's blaming the handicap now. No, it's not one of those situations. It's just like, you guys obviously are impaired of something in order for you to live your life, sufficiently because you always come back here, bitch, to cause some trouble. Not to this channel. I'm talking about, interfering with, my life and surveilling me, gawking with your looking asses. Okay, it's crazy, like, it's not. It's a visual kind of impaired situations. Heart impaired. All the chakras, bitch. Anyway, I wanted to speak about this because I feel here we go. I feel safe enough to talk about this because like I'm already on the hit list, watch list. Really didn't mean to say watch list this time. No, because I had practiced. I was gonna be like sly, and then I was gonna say something kind of. I was gonna say it like that, but I was just like no watch list. But no, meant watch list. But hit list is awesome. Hit list ain't a lie. Considering. So yes. Um. Yeah. So now I'm just doing again. So now everything's just off the dome. Everything's off the dome. So let's talk about it. So that's my intro. Just kidding. um. Yeah. Jimmy Fox posting that post about being betrayed by a friend, and we can all get we can all relate to that, okay? Literally, we can all relate to that. I mean, even when we were young, okay, I'm not talking about from the Jewish community, but it's just like, all right, from people who were Christian and stuff like that, we were all betrayed, okay? Like our first betrayed person was our parents. Actually, yeah, Jewish people, get up in here, get up in here. You know, I'm talking about you guys, and you're gonna be in this conversation, so why not get up in here? You guys, we all know about betrayal, especially by somebody close to us. Our mother normally is the first one to betray us. She either lied about Santa Claus or she either lied about something else in regards to like, oh, take this here, why don't you go ahead? Here's something sweet. Vroom. And then it's some nasty ass vegetables. You feel me? Oh, moms. Apparently can't be creative without them. Can't live in a can't co-create with them. It's difficult to co-create with them, and you can't be creative without them. That's pretty much mothers. That should be really on a card. That really should be on a card. Anyway, um, yeah, Jewish people. I have a lot to say about Jewish people. First off, like I rode really hard for the Jewish people again, finding out, you know, everybody like literally in society in the world across me, things that I actually liked, from literally from music to, thankfully my cats haven't betrayed me, but kind of I mean, not, not willingly, considering, there's like, the whole monitoring kind of situations and stuff like that, visual situations, you know what I'm talking about. People who know. Anyway, but no, yeah, finding out that, there's some people who had like, were just willing to be sellouts. It's just, my God, it's insane. It's really fucking insane. But which brings me to my analyzation. That quick analyzation is not like, I research for days or hours or anything like that. I literally just looked at what the hashtag was, and it said living single, and I was like, ooh, because I just got finished watching Living Single about a couple of days ago, and I really like that show. I mentioned it before in prior videos about me liking Maxine Shaw. I have posted her before, way back when, on my Just Beats Honey Instagram, and then I also mentioned her a few times on my social media because that's like one of my favorite characters. Maxine and Khadijah to this day are still my favorite characters. I do kind of appreciate. I like Sinclair's personality. Sometimes she's kind of out there, and I like Regine's style, her flair. But Maxine, I just like a lot about her. When I was a kid, and Khadijah, I always liked her even when I was a kid too, because she was just she was cool and just very like laid back, and she had that versatility of masculine energy and feminine energy, and so did Maxine. But Maxine kind of exuded more of the femininity. Maxine definitely exuded, like on the exterior, she exuded more the feminine qualities, as far as style goes. But as far as like, her presence, whenever she spoke, it was more of a masculine kind of thing. And I didn't even know that about that kind of terminology back in the day, but it's just like I really liked it. It gave me Xena Warrior Princess vibes, and I really just liked her assassinate, especially since she was a woman who liked food a lot. So I was just like, she's the gift that kept on giving. And she was very sassy, and I liked her wittiness and stuff like that. And it reminded me, it's very rare too, because there's not many characters that are very, who hold themselves, and these are very like, respectively, these are all very independent women and living single. I am going off on a different subject in its entirety, but sorry, I have allergies. I was cuddling with my cat, and my cat was in my bed, and unfortunately, I wasn't cuddling during my nap with the cat, but I had cuddled with my cat the other night, and his hair and stuff like that is still like all over my face, and I'm allergic to pets, so it's literally in my my medical records. Like I have an allergy to pet dander and stuff like that. Like it's ridiculous. Anyway, oh no, fuck, chills, and here we go. Sorry. Oh God, die. Oh God. Okay. Okay. My goodness gracious. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, this is like so freaking annoying. But I probably would, if anything. Can you imagine me catching like my allergies during a fight or something like that? I would just push through it, really. I don't care, blind eyes or anything like that. I've actually pushed through a lot of my pain. So I could just imagine I would just be runny nose and everything. Yeah, yeah. Actually, yeah. I've only been in a few fights, never lost any, but I would just yeah, there've been moments when I've actually pushed through myself. Why are we talking about this? Okay, anyway, I saw living single and the hashtag on social media, and I was just like, oh, this is good. So I was like, it was trending. See me on social media, it was a hashtag. And I happen to like it. Wow. It's like, anyway, um, and this sorry, there's somebody who literally just so I saw Living Single trending, and then I had seen something about like it was about Living Single, the TV show, which I really, really admire. A bunch of independent women. It reminds me, it gives me the vibes of Golden Girls, really. It gives me like the black version of Golden Girls. And because it gives like kind of like the same topics, but this one instead of in Florida, it's in New York City. And it doesn't have, obviously it doesn't have the nagging mom. Don't get me wrong, I love Sister Sophia. She's cool beans, she's cool beans. But it gives it more with like two guys. And it's cute. I like it. It seems more um obviously it's more relatable and things of that nature. But yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. Definitely recommend people to watch it anyway. But the topic for that, the reason why I was going on to Living Single is because it was in relation to a Jewish actress having to save her ass by saying that she wasn't supporting anti-Semitism based off on a post that she had liked, and the post was from Jamie Foxx saying, Jesus had a, I said it in its exact. Right? It's so funny. I like. Oh my God. I'm trying to find the. Okay, here it is. So it says they killed this dude named Jesus. What do you think they'll do to you? Fake friends, fake love. So, um, again, I just woke up to do this. So we're just going off the top of my dome. She says that basically for her, she's like, this really makes me sick. I did not like this post on purpose or by accident. And more importantly, I want to be clear to my friends and anyone hurt by this showing up in their feeds. I do not support any form of anti-Semitism, and I truly don't tolerate hate of any kind. Period. So I did not like this post on purpose or by accident. So which one is it? I did not like this post on purpose or by accident. And more importantly, I want to be clear to my friends and anyone hurt by this showing up in their feeds. It's just like y'all were reading definitely too much into this, and this was obviously coincidentally a perfect time for Jews to fall into the victimization role and to insert themselves into a moment that wasn't even intended for that. It's just like they killed this dude named Jesus, and what do you think they'll do? The first hashtag is fake friends. That's what Jamie Foxx had posted. Hashtag fake friends, hashtag fake love. They killed this dude named Jesus. What do you think they'll do to you? They. And it seemed like, there were people who, it wasn't just Judas, it was Judas amongst people who, were against. It was, it wasn't just Judas who betrayed Jesus, it was other people who betrayed Jesus. And, you know, they just happened to be Jewish. It's, pardon me, it's really weird. No, 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 it's not really weird. Sounds about right. It sounds about right. It's just like, it's definitely on the nose. Sorry, that's actually kind of messed up. Because I'm sorry, I didn't mean that. I didn't mean that. But see, look, if I said that, you know what? A Jewish person would probably be like, on the nose. Really? She said on the nose because we have a distinguished nose, a distinguished prominent nose as one of our features. So you're saying like she's anti-Semitic too. Like, oh my goodness, no. I'm gonna lead with like I respect before I knew that I was being fucking exploited and such by them, and that they basically do secretly lead and take control of a lot of things in the background. Jewish people. I will say this. That's what I said. Like, I feel safe enough to say that because I'm already ousted and I'm already on like a hit list kind of watch list kind of situation. It's disguised as a watch list, but it's really just a hit list to be exploited and harmed and shit like that, but unjustly. So it's like, okay, because I mean, think you can't lord anything basically over my head because basically you already done not only, I mean, have you done the most, but like things in the background and have sponsored things in the background to happen, especially supported my abusers really heavily, which has literally taint your image and done things in the past. And I'm pretty sure you probably might try to like, delete my channel, my YouTube channel as like as a form of punishment. Like, how dare you speak out on anything that's, the J word. I'll say that, the J word. Cause like it's definitely it's expected. And it's crazy on how, black people would go about trying to, I guess, quote unquote, like, cancel me or cancel anybody. But it's when the J words do it, that it's like, it's supposed to be effective. It's effective because they know the right, not necessarily they know the right people, but it's when they do it where, it's the color of their skin and it's their affiliation. And it's also in the position of social status that they are in. Let's keep it a buck. Like because the J words would definitely be in a situation where they have they're in the political ranks, where they're in the ranks, they're in the background. It's so crazy because back in the day when I wanted to be when I went to FIT, like one of the most prominent schools, fashion schools in the country. I decided that I really liked fashion designing, but I was like, let me be a fashion merchandiser because that way I can make because then that way I can be a buyer or a fashion manager, things like that, fashion forecaster. Basically, there's a lot more pressure. Pardon me. There's a lot more pressure to be a fashion designer than there is to manage a fashion designer or make the money off of a fashion designer, being the fashion designer's house and things of that nature. Because it's more of an easy thing. That's why a lot of times I didn't mind being the background person. I say that because it's like I feel like that is the vibe really of BJ community where you want to be seen, but you don't want everything to be seen, and not everything's supposed to be talked about. You feel me? I talk about my admiration and I not like full admiration, but like my excuse me, not appreciation, but like my admiration because I do respect and I like some of the things in regards to into mafias. I gotta keep it a buck because it's really is like everything has like its type of group in order to be protectors. And there's something about being a protector or not even a hero, but just a protector is and having a code, a rule, with a sense of morality, like something that seems upright. You're not just fucking with people to fuck with people. You're not marauders. Actually, no, no. I mean, because there's some marauders that are okay, but it's just like you're not. And even pirates have their own code, but it's just like there's some things that people won't do, won't cross the line, and I can find that within like a lot of mafias. And the reason why I say that is because like I preferably like because I have Italian in my family and I have something else. I have a few things in my family. Like I said, I grew up in Salabo. Nonetheless, one of the most notable ones is Italians, and I like that they're like gracefully loud with who they are when they have that whole mafia standpoint. I like the um Asian ones. Preferably excuse me, not preferably, specifically the Chinese and the Japanese one. And I also like the Buddhists. Like the monks, I really like them too. Because it's just like no, don't start on Mobina. Don't start on Mobina. But and the Mexican ones, Jamaican ones, Irish ones. There's just some rowdy fucking ones. They are the younger siblings of of the mafia community. It's just like, my God, what to do with you? It's crazy. Um, but the most refined, distinguished ones that you wouldn't even like expect, you would think is the Asian ones, but it's the Jewish ones. And that is something that you really don't want to talk about. But I will at least briefly say, like, they have their secret mafia, but it's mostly about like it's wild, it's crazy. And they have like their own fucking community. And they have like that's really it's like their own fucking town. Something that black people have literally peacefully tried to do a multitude of times, and white people just knock that shit down out of like, okay, well, we don't want to see you do exactly what we can do. Even in our own space, like, yo, this shit is wild. It can go from Rosewood, it can go from like there were a few black towns, Black Wall, like Black Wall Street, every little fucking thing when it came to like black people actually wanting to establish their own thing that white people just felt fucking intimidated by. That's another conversation all for its own, for itself. But see, that's the stuff why it makes it so fucking disappointing how I have been betrayed by so many people. But the Jewish community seems like the grandma. Like Asians seem like the father of the mafia, the father or mother, the father or the well-kept mother of the mafia. Probably it's kind of hard. It's making your because I don't want to think too much of it, but like Italians and Japanese seems more in line of like the mother father kind of level for of the mafia. Like they seem like the older siblings. Everything else seems like obviously like down, but I'm telling you those other three is just some wild ones. Like bring the juice box. We gotta invite the other ones. And the Jewish community just seems very, pardon me, like grandma vibes. They give off grandma vibes because they're very, even the dress code, the style, everything is very custom, traditional, um, respected. It's definitely something to adore. Really, like if you ever looked into it, you probably won't find much, of course, but you would look into it and you would find out that it's actually pretty cool. In all respect, but also bad. But like, what do you expect from a mafia? Like everybody has their own fucking mafia. I mean, even even black people, but it's just more like this is more chaotic and nothing uniform because it's been tactfully, no, tactfully, tact. Oh, what is the word? Tactical. It's been a tactical target situation in regards to black people really having a mafia. I mean, they might try to say like a mafia kind of situation, but it's just like it has its hindrances. And they actually just might now, considering like it might be just a little bit more uniform with the more, I mean, they have like, different types of I think that they have like subsidiaries, obviously, like with all, like even with Italian mobs, they have like different types of groups, different types of families, and things of that nature. And I would imagine so that the same thing goes with more black people. But it's just like definite. I would definitely say that the count is less because it's more instead of like the actual mafias, it's more just gangs, and that's how they just separate it. So it's not really like okay, mafia or like things of that nature. It's they have a certain type of term that I'll call it a gang kind of situation. But again, they don't have the culture. It's more business. It's more business. I feel like with the whole, I feel with a lot more of the very rare for a black mafia, but I'm not saying that it's not uncommon and it's not even there, but it's just like they're far, 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 far less because it's that many, yeah, than other ones. And yeah, the other ones who think that they're just a mafia are probably not mafia. They're just a large assembly. It's just a large gang group. Because with sadly, because again the tactical targets, uh it's more of a situation where it's with the black ones, like pardon the expression, the term used, but it's like a staffing agency pretty much. It's like the staffing agency compared to other mafias. I would say like more like mafias like Asian ones, Italian ones, Jewish ones, and things of that nature are even considered. Those are like corporations when really black ones are kind of more so considered more of like staffing agencies, pretty much. The other ones that's are authentic uh, black mafias are very few. Oh, pardon me, are very few. I would imagine. So anyway, the reason why I want to talk about this is because like it just seems like this is a perfect time for the Jewish community because they peekaboo every so often, especially when the heat is on them. They're just like we're victims. Don't forget about us with the Holocaust and stuff like that. Don't you dare. It's very crazy on how you guys tell me to let go of the past though, but here y'all go. Y'all always love to do that whole victim situation, right? 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 Okay. So anyway, it's like one of those moments where like you don't like to be called out. And this morning I was reading this morning or last night. I think well I do believe both, but I was reading about Gabriel. I know it's kind of like off kilter, but it was just like I was reading about Gabriel, the archangel, and because I was watching that Omens TV show, and they have the angel Gabriel. Anyway, I like to say Gabriel. So anyway, Gabriel, and I was just very interested in him, and they have him being like all loopy and whatnot like that. I didn't get to finish watching the entire thing. I only watched maybe up until like second episode. Nonetheless, I was just like, why do Jews hate hate Gabriel? And I know that they don't recognize Jesus as a savior or things of that nature. Respectfully and respectively, because like it's under the whole Christian faith, and these people are not obligated to practice the same kind of religions as everybody else. Like we do believe. Excuse me, said we. I'm not Jewish. It's like, they do believe that that there is a God. You feel me? I've studied a bit of Judaism. Ju- Judaism. What the fuck? I've studied a bit of the Jewish faith. Okay. Out of curiosity. Not into actually convert, but just out of curiosity. Because I was really at a point in my life. I was really mad at my mom for having us go to the yellow book. What is that called? Jehovah's Witness. So I was just kind of thinking that's like off the top of my dome about like what other faiths that we can learn because this one honestly it just wasn't kicking. I mean honestly, no Christmas, no birthdays, no Halloween. The fuck? Like why can't we go back to Baptist? Like it didn't make any sense. So I was like, there's so many or Catholic. You feel me? Like I went to like, I had those two. I've done those. Like why why? I guess I oh man, okay, that's another conversation. Anyway, because see, this is how I talk. I'm telling you, I can talk about anything. We can talk about anything. But some people just rather just, be minuses. Anyway, I yeah, so they killed this dude named Jesus. What do you think they'll do to you? Well, the only reason why I mentioned about the whole the J word is because it's just like, you guys went into the whole you made it about yourself. It clearly says. Then it's just like to further, exemplify. It was just like fake friends, fake love. Now, let's see. I don't know. It's just like they killed this dude. What do you think they'll do to you? Fake friends, fake love. It seems like hold on. So what? I just wanted to kind of make this kind of situation. I'm just trying to think. What I'm thinking about right now, people should already know. But it was just like I'm just thinking about the connections that Judaism and now I can say it that J words and Black people have. Besides the abuse that they've come together to do onto others, not just the abuse that have happened to them in the past, but the abuse that they've experienced in not just the abuse that they experienced in the past, but the abuse that they decided to no, that they went along with exploiting and doing to others for the fuck of it, as if they didn't learn the lesson. Well, they didn't learn the lesson. It was literally like people were very gung ho to be like no 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 it's not fair being it's not fair being you have the black people right here, you have the J words right here, so it's just like oh it's not fair. The color of our skin, we're being judged. It's not fair. Then, oh my goodness, it's just not fair. There's people in white sheets and, they hate us and things of that nature because of, what we are believing on our faith and just like here, it's just not crazy. But then you're over here literally taking another person who had nothing to do, misdirecting your hate and shit like that. And you're just like, we come together to abuse her. We are violent and we'll use her. We are malicious and oppressive. We like we like being hypocrites and we're aggressive. So this is crazy. It's really crazy. Um, but the thing is, it's like yeah, I fucking said it because like it's just you already like I'm already in look I'm already in the fucking like pot where you guys are like literally putting me in a situation and it's like you threaten me immensely all the time and you've done things to try to like make me poor, make me homeless and things of that nature. And what's crazy is just that the person who you try to have fill in my seats, this person is literally going to do the same thing, actually worse. Okay, this person has already sent you guys to the pits of hell and tarnished both of your reputations. This person will literally say exactly what I'm saying, but they'll say it worse and then actually show their ass. Okay, and it's just like surprise because like it's literally what's gonna happen. But you know, if you keep Like, honestly, if you just keep following along with this person, it's like literally because this person, like, you think you're at a point where you think that this person will fall in line as long as the money keeps flowing and you put anybody that goes against this person in check. When in actuality, pardon me, you keep doing what they say, and then you keep fucking with this person. They're literally going to happen to blurt out or get too pompous and egotistical that they'll believe that they're going to be like nearly untouchable. And so they're going to say something very out of pocket that's going to be something worse than what I'm saying, which is basically holding you guys accountable. And what I say literally is just kind of saying is it's an observation that other people, many people already fucking know. But I wanted to kind of delve into it, which is, J words. Give it up. I mean, obviously black people too, but it's just like everybody can get it when it comes to like accountability. I mean, shit, like as somebody who like literally thinks really hard on themselves, which is why I don't need you looking ass people to be all up in my business and try to like criticize me for like basic shit. But it's not even like you're trying to help me. Like, oh, she's wearing jeans again. I'm like, excuse you, how is that fucking helping me? Like, yo, like you guys do the most. You guys are so fucking problematic and messy in your own fucking lives that really you should just focus on yourself a lot more. But since you guys wanted to bring, you know, um, yourselves to the mountain, you feel me? I might as well, kind of rumble and say something. If you can't move the mountain to Muhammad, you might as well go to the mountain. That's my version. Anyway, so yeah, they killed this dude named Jesus. What do you think they'll do to you? I mean, like fuck, man. It's a situation where it's just like you guys were all kumbaya. Like y'all guys were always like, especially in Hollywood, like not just allying together to be fucking toxic, a toxic pair, utilizing and also coercing black people in order to do your bidding, in order to puppeteer them and to free yourselves of the grievances, I guess, that you got, or like being pointed at and cornered and things of that nature, having opportunistic moments and then sharing the booty. I'm thinking of pirate kind of situations. And yeah, actually, funny enough, I heard about you guys orgies and things of that nature. So yeah, okay. Ah man, it's like this is all a front. This really seems like a whole big front where you are trying to play victim because it's a very coincidental time because the eyes are on you. The eyes are on you. Unfortunately, it's like that Spider-Man meme where one person is pointing at the other, when really there needs to be a third where they both are pointing at, both being pointed at, and both of the arms are like, and these people arms are bounded. And I was the one that was literally just, pointing things out. And unfortunately, it's going to be cyclical. So let me just stop it right there, where you stop trying to be, finding yourselves to be the victim of something that wasn't intended for you. It's used as a mask. Don't get me wrong, you were definitely being put into hot water. I'm pretty sure, like the other day, but that was just a really low way for you to try to be like, oh my goodness, it's crazy. It's like it's like causing a disturbance, hitting somebody in public for the wrong reasons, and somebody is seeing that, and then another person, and then they are no way. Sorry. It's basically like in the midst of both of you guys pointing the finger at each other. Hmm. Imagine a couple that are both fuck ups, probably both cheated on each other, and they're just like, just imagine like two people arguing and both blaming each other, and one is looking at the other, pointing the finger, and it's equally aggressive. And this side is being yelled at the most. So they kind of have their back up against the wall where supposedly like they're like swatting away and it's just not working or anything like that, or just kind of probably yelling at something like that. And it's just not working. So they look to the left, look to the right, look up, look down, look in betwixt left and right. And they see an opportunity where there's a distraction from the other side. Somebody is literally writing something, and we're like, "Ha! That person made a low blow, and that's an opportunity for me to be a victim, to call it out." It's kind of like, yeah, it's like two people arguing, and one of them hits like a low blow, um, and they're really like, this person is really like getting into them. And then this person is really getting into them. And then this person happens to say something that's, misinterpreted as being something that's low blow. Like, oh, well, you know what? Then maybe you should stop. Like, if you don't like being so fuck like, I don't like, if you don't, okay, you're so fucking judgmental and hypocritical on everybody, and it's crazy because like your mom is the same way, and yet you don't like to invite your mom over for fucking Thanksgiving, and she's like, "So you think I make me money?" No, what kind of, yeah, but it's just like I'm not really saying that. It's like something like that, where two are fighting and this person is looking for any opportunity in order to escape and breathe. Feel me? So it's just like, even if it was like boxing or something like that, you just kind of make an opportunity for, something to happen in order for it to just like break and give each other space. Especially if you're trying to look for a moment, especially if you're trying to look for a moment where the other person has to apologize to you. And that's fucked up. That's really fucked up. It's not unnatural. Okay, like you always have to look for those warning signs, those little potholes, things like that, where they want to do the victim. Like absolutely fucking not. Absolutely fucking not. My father tried that shit. My father tried that shit on me. After I had asked for a break. When he was like actually, I showed you that little text messages, kind of interaction like that. When a nigga had the audacity to try to make me feel bad because he ruined my fucking credit. He didn't want to make any fucking payments. He decided to get a DUI on the car that I was paying with the insurance and things like that. I was just like, hold up, excuse me. I am paying. I'm like, wait, excuse me, like this is ridiculous because like the insurance is in my name. You asked me to do that. So they're not only going to raise your fucking insurance, they're gonna like you're part of the insurance for that car. They're raising it on mine too because I had two cars on the insurance. So I was like, you dumb fucking nigga. But you have to look out for that. You have to look out for that manipulation. Nonetheless, I'm just saying that that was the opportunity that I exhibited between these two people. One was looking for a reason at all, at any, to just get some breathing space, and for this other party to apologize. And it honestly wasn't even supposed to be like a hit necessarily at them. Actually, excuse me, this wasn't a hit directly at the entire J word or at any J word. This was literally about fake friends, and this one was it's about Judas. It's about Judas. Okay, Judas and anybody else who had, betrayed Jesus. And it's crazy because, like, I was mentioning Gabriel because, like, I was just like, why did the Jews hate Gabriel? Because in a lot of content, like shows and whatnot like that, or at least in enough of them, they have it where Gabriel is seen as the bad guy, and Gabriel is the left-handed God. So it's just like, it's on the left side of God. So it's just like, okay, well, like, let's get into that. What is that? And it's because one, supposedly they thought now I was just literally just like reading up on this. They said that supposedly Gabriel was a lot of Jews, excuse me, J words are just like, we love Gabriel. So I'm just like, all right, cool. That's you. That's one of those topics where it's like, not all, but some, okay, don't like Gabriel. And it was like, okay, why in the Hollywood movies do they do this? But it's because of supposedly it was they thought or they considered or identified Gabriel as a traitor. People are a lot of people are Zionists in the J word community. They are Zionists, and it's very coincidental because literally I had seen a movie um, with a particular actor in it recently, very recently, and it's on a platform that is backed by the J word community, and it had Zion. And I often seen that in relation to a lot of things because again, Jew J words and blacks have obviously similarities. So which is like no wonder why there was like the whole allyship. It was just like sorry, I'm like a cat. Very easily distracted. Because one, I'm beautiful, and two, I can move. If I can just, kind of crank right now. Anyway, God damn it, that's what happened. I peacock. I need to stop looking at the screen because I peacock. So yeah, the J words were looking at yeah, like they were identified as Zionists, and they identified Gabriel as a traitor to God because of Gabriel revealed himself to Muhammad, who developed, who helped him create the Quran. Quran, Quran. Am I saying it correctly? If I am, I apologize. But it's just like that, and also this part seems more likely because because hold on, because I think that because I don't know, I think it's more likely that they don't like Gabriel because they hold him because Gabriel is the archangel of supposedly I think severity. It is, and I just recently learned this, so don't make me like some type of like knowledgeable person. Like when it comes to like it's just like I just learned this, and I like sharing things that I learn. Um, so it's like supposedly it was about Gabriel being judgment. And it's interesting because like one of the days that he's celebrated is in March, which is Aries, but then they have moved it over to September 29th, which is the season of Libra. And Libra is supposed to be representing the balance of the scales and has the same kind of instruments used. Um, has the same instruments used that Michael uses. And Michael is the other archangel of there's another archangel who represents the right hand of God. And Michael also holds a sword and scales. So it's just really cute, I think, on how that plays out. And I wonder if that was always planned, but I think that that's cute on how dates correlate to religion, and then and then how they have zodiac signs correlate to religion too, and how it's like all interconnected. It's a fascinating thing that would probably just be always just a good conversation to just go into here and there sometimes. But my point is just that um they don't like being judged pretty much because they damn sure don't like being judged for having murdered as you can see, they don't like being judged for murdering Jesus. And Black people, they respected Jesus. Um, they respect Jesus. In Christianity, like everybody respects Jesus. Well, excuse me, for the exception of J words, because like they believe in Jesus, but they don't believe that he's a savior. Um, for the most part, I don't want to say all J words, but there is a lot of Jewish faith, and where it's just traditionally where it's like it's a great guy, great guy. We appreciate what he did, but he's just he's not what you think he is. What he is. So basically, like he great guy, great awesome guy, definitely spread the word, but you know, we fuck with winners, okay? And God was a winner, okay? Unfortunately, Jesus, thinks, it's just like, appreciate it, bro. They just love to complain a lot. I mean, keep it a buck. Like they complained with Moses. It was just like, yay, finally, like we're free. How much longer? Oh my god. Yeah, well, all right, thanks, buddy. So it's just basically, it's just definitely a sort of error with the Jewish community. Again, I rode very hard um for the J words because it was just like I just find is they won't let you like like they're inviting and they are polite, but they are definitely exclusive. Understandably, they're very exclusive. They have that elitist kind of situation to an extent. To an extent, definitely, but I mean definitely in their food too, because hashtag hashtag kosher. I love your grape juice, and your and the hot dogs. But yeah, like they respectfully have their own thing, their own vibe. I mean, like don't get at them for being exclusive because there's a multitude of people who are exclusive in their own right. Shit, even Black people are exclusive with their own things, like with the languages and our culture, and we call it appropriation on a lot of things, and because it's not really respected. With Native Americans and conservation areas, things of that nature, sacred burial areas, and things of that nature. So I mean, everybody has their own kind of secret, special kind of groups and connections. So I'm not going to call them out on that, and not I would suggest not other people do that either because like that's their fucking religion, that's their culture, that is their way. My thing is on how it's just like, come on now, like y'all be doing the fucking most when it comes like this right here, this whole they killed this, like y'all trying to be up in Jamie Foxx's ass and then having to have him apologize for a moment that he wanted to use. I mean, he was talking about Judas. He was talking about Judas. Like y'all be the ones that literally will be, silently talking about. Y'all be the ones fucking with Black people and thinking that it's cool to say the N word. You feel me? Because your guys' hair is curly. Because you share the same kind of a fucking abuse. Because just because, like, because you can, okay? Because well, you like, well, yeah, because so all right, so Jesus was, J word, and because y'all really like him so much, and y'all consider him Black. Technically, you can say nigga. Like now you can't. Now you can't. Okay, just because you have an affinity for fucking, New York City and fucking kicks. You say you call sneakers kicks like we do and things of that nature. Don't mean that you can say the N word, partner. Okay, like it's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. Crazy. And I'm not saying like obviously everyone, but it's just like like let's keep it a buck. Um, we like hold on. Black people allow a lot more things to slide than it seems like, you know, J word people will behind the fucking scenes. Like it's it's like hold on, here's the thing. Remember when I was thinking of this the other day. Remember when Karuchi had said something really inappropriate and out of pocket about Beyonce's baby Blue on 106 Park about Yeah. And then Beyonce had got that bitch fired. I was like, this is like, I was just like, bet. Because honestly, that's I was in high school and I was just like, yeah, even I knew that was a fucked up thing to do. I was just like, mm-hmm. I was just like, yeah, she had it coming. She really had it coming. Anyway, I feel like the next, like Beyonce didn't make any statement about it. Beyonce didn't do anything. Like she didn't do anything. Beyonce just she was quiet as it's kept as the woman. She didn't say anything. In fact, like just even following, she eventually she came out with some music, or she made a post. It's like pictures and stuff like that though. But quiet as it's kept, Karishi was made a public apology and she was fired. So she was not removed. She was removed from there. And and following after that, Beyonce and Rihanna was cool silently behind the backgrounds and it had grew. It had grew. It was quiet as it's kept. I was just like, oh girl, yes, about that fucking life. But yeah, I again, I see everybody literally the fucking same, considering the abuse that I've literally been fucking going through. But I feel that, since I am in the line of fire, that I would be okay to say this. I'm pretty sure I am going to get such fucking flack. And I mean, honestly, you do it as a fucking your favorite pastime anyway, bitch. So I wouldn't like, I'm not expecting anything like, yo, it's just like, okay, well, yeah. It's like being, yes, yeah, definitely. It's like being the black sheep to say something, about anybody really. This is like I'll say it because everybody else, understandably, like they wouldn't want to, to save their own to save their own hides. But fuck it, like you guys exactly know who the fuck you are and what it is the fuck you do. But I wanted to say that this definitely seemed like it was just about fake friends Judas. And you guys only want to talk about something where you are obviously seen in a good light. And who doesn't? Who fucking doesn't? But I would like to put it out there that, just one too many times you put it yourself in a position where you like to always use something that doesn't seem something that definitely is still around but extremely faint. Um, but still pairs in comparison to the shit you fucking do, um, to me and to other people. And you know what the fuck I'm talking about because you literally have been called out for like, participating in oppressive ways. Yes, black people, but yeah, I've omitted like, well, I haven't omitted, but I've been focusing more because these people were literally the same people, like same fucking complexion. So definitely they need to be like put under the fucking scope. But while they're over here pointing the finger at you, it's just like, let's call it what it is. Like, don't try to run away from any of the accountability that you are also responsible for. Black people are definitely responsible for the shit they pull, but so fucking are you. And I think it was really fucking tacky for you to try to pick this out in particular with Jamie Foxx in order for you to try to save your ass or try to fight another day, or for you to just try to squash a situation that needs to be discussed about. Okay, that was like a totally unrelatable situation, but you go into anti-Semitism and the Holocaust every single fucking time in order to save your ass. And with black people, they do the same thing with colorism and racism. Even though you guys both have shown your asses, where it's just like it's not about being oppressed. It's just that you don't want to be oppressed. You guys actually like oppressing people. You just don't want to be oppressed. And it's like, who doesn't want to be oppressed? But there are people out there who don't feel like or don't desire to oppress others. And you are excluded from those situations because, like, you and other people have shown your ass. And so that's basically the conversation. So that's basically the statement that I want to make. Then yeah, said fake friends, which is like, something that you use as an excuse to try to quell arguments. Where both of y'all needed to be put in the fucking spotlight and addressed and talked to, because you think that you have the upper hand, and because you have a more bigger group, it's more uniformed. Because unfortunately, with the oh my god, it's a bird. Okay, I should, like I can just. Hi, babies. Oh, they're so cute. Hi, babies. Oh my god. Hi. Oh, they're so. I shit you not. Oh, did you babies? Okay. Oh, he left me a feather. Oh, you did the happy thing. Oh, the babies. Babies. Oh, they're so. Okay, hold on. All right, I'm gonna go anyway because I need to grab them some water. Oh, babies. Oh my gosh. All right, hold on. So yeah, just babies. Like, oh my god, I'm so adorable. Um. Okay. That's pretty much it. I wanted to just address that situation. Address that situation. So yeah, it's just like, oh my goodness, somebody's mad at me. What else is fucking new? What else is fucking new? I just wanted to speak about something. Obviously, so what I said, like, look, I'm not here to be a leader or anything of that nature. I'm just literally just. But this is literally something that's been going on in people's mind anyway. This is literally something in the back of the heads that people like discussing. Like, it's very transparent, but it's like it's crazy. It's like a parent trying to silence a child, but then this child eventually is never going to last as a fucking child. The child is going to have power to be an adult too, and for you to go ahead and try to silence them for holding you accountable for something you're trying to admonish them about for your fucking oh my god. It's crazy. It's fucking crazy. And people are really doing the most right now when it comes to trying to control other beings for the fuck of it and trying to just like hover over. It just shows how um fake you are, how insignificant, because of the one day when that person actually gets the things that they've worked so hard for, you are not deserving of that fucking thank you. You're, if anything, you're gonna get it's about fucking time. Because you were the one, the product, the primary factor why this has been delayed. And there's been so many other fucking things in order for that person to, have an actual generous, healthy, happy life, but you wanted to be that fuck up. Oh shit! Hi, I didn't think you were gonna cook me. That's a good boy. Hi, baby. Your chest, your chest, your head, your chest. Hi, baby. Thank you, thank you. Hi, baby. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. Hi, baby. Oh, you're so cute. Hi, baby. Now the chest. Yeah. Hi, baby. Thank you. Such a good boy. Such a good boy. Thank you. Thank you, baby. Oh, okay. Thank you. Thank you, baby. Uh-huh. Have this. Thank you. Thank you, baby. I'm watching this for season. Thank you, baby. Oh, you're a good boy. You're a good boy. You're a good boy. Come for your chest. You're such a good boy. Thank you, baby. Thank you. Hi, Lily. Hi, Lily. Lila. Up. Lily. Oh, that's right. Make with the love. With the love touch your breasts. Okay. Yeah. Ah, my goodness. All right, guys. Sit down to the room. You know the deal. Another 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 room. Love making in my presence, but show love. Show. What are you doing? You heard that? It's so cute. It's really cute. All right, guys. I'm gonna go see if I can feed the birds for a bit and return to my work. Oh shit! Gotta go. All right. So that's my spiel. Considering that again, uh, yeah, it just seems like the salami, the similarities between the two races. It was just like it was just like you like to do shit, but you don't like to be called out for it. I mean, and one of them was, and for this scenario, it was just like, yeah, he betrayed. Like it's in the Bible that Judas betrayed Jesus. It's crazy, and they consider him a savior. I'm really fucking disagreeing on that part where he just like he wanted to be a martyr. I feel that part's fiction. Ah, crap. Pet hair man in my mouth. No. Sorry about that. Yes. It's to the point where it's like people love acts of service at other people's expense. And what is the reward? For some, for a lot, it seems like people like it when people are just giving and nothing is giving back. Now, at a point in my life, I too was like that. Like I don't mind giving. I think that's called humanitarianism. That's called charity. But there's a point, there's a line in the sand where you are given. Okay, hold on for one moment because it's gonna die. Guys, don't get mad at me because there is a line drawn in the sand when it comes to people. There's a line drawn in the sand when people take it upon themselves to. Sorry, one time. Okay, you can see a little partially. You probably can see. Hopefully not. I really don't want to be showing you my the outside because it's hot as hell outside, and I don't want the window. I mean, the window. I don't want the door open all the way. Just letting to get air out. Whew, so anyway, there's it draws a line in the sand when it comes to disrespect. When you are being used as a martyr, or when you are being used as a excuse me, when you're being used as a martyr, when you're being used obviously as a slave, and when you're being used as where you're just being used. I'd imagine that the people who were able to go ahead and write in those books or scrolls or whatever were people of a certain status where obviously none of these people were slaves or were used. So you were getting like the secondhand stories of people who benefited from using other people. Now again, do not try to I'm not over here trying to like say do not try to put words in my mouth. I'm just saying that on how beneficial it seems like for people to be martyrs or to go through fucking tests in situations um to exemplify somebody's devotion, loyalty, and love. Um, when really, I think that's supposed to be for God to do. Really, um, it's like I mean, He is the creator after all. It's like it would be weird because imagine this, like, I mean, well, not imagine this, but like, as a parent, you bring a child into life and you are the one that's supposed to be responsible for showing somebody, your loyalty, devotion, and your love for your child. Your child is just to grow up in the image of, grow up in the image of who it is that, they wish to be, in addition to who it is that, you've raised them to be. And they decide for themselves, hopefully, um, in between that, they are giving you in kind the love, devotion, and respect. Now, so it's like, okay, it, there shouldn't be tests, really, or at least that many, where it just seems like always something, always something, always something, and it's just like that's what it seems like with my life, with the way how people have literally been trying to go about interfering and having me live day by day, going through a bunch of unnecessary bullshit when really it just shows how fucking toxic, useless nothings a lot of people are. It really does. It really fucking does. And how much of a God complex they seriously deeply have, where they want to go ahead and try to act like God by trying to like take out people and bless people with material shit. But when it comes to actual judgment, when it comes to authority, which definitely represents God, that's what you leave God. That's what you choose to leave God for. Meanwhile, you decide to take upon yourself to take somebody out, just for the fuck of it, or you actually do want to be judge, jury, and an executioner. But when it comes to accountability and when it comes to actual fairness, actual blind justice, and things of that nature, you guys are just like mum's the word. It's all of a sudden like, oh, I don't want to talk about this. All of a sudden, it's just too much for me. All of a sudden, we need further deliberation and and research and this, that, and the third. Yet you fucking orchestrated it, and you've hired certain people in order to be fucking minuses and to get themselves into trouble. You guys are your own worst enemies because a lot of this shit is really just gonna like it's just like a tidal wave where a lot of shit is just gonna backfire on a lot of fucking people. No matter what you try to say as like fucking distractions. Because while this generation may be easily distracted, the next generation will eventually grow. Life will find a way in order for things to shift in one form or another. So just like with nature, with just like natural catastrophes and things of that nature, life will figure out a way in order for things to bring back into balance. So whether it's not by your doing, it'll be done in some other form. So it's just that, at least we have the history of where I'm literally stating what it is needed to be said about the actions of you people when you had freedom of choice, freedom of will, and you decided to double down, quadruple down into toxicity and evilness. So, yeah. And instead of you actually, playing victim or trying to deflect and point the finger or even just lie, it's just like, no, act accordingly. Do what it is that you fucking do. You like the feeling of you like the fantasy, but you don't like to do the actual work of what it means to It's just like you want to be judge, jury, and executioner, but it's just like, you know, you didn't even do the work really. And you're doing a piss poor job at it. So you really are. You're really doing a piss poor job at it. Oh, my little baby, little shadow. She's so cute and thick. Love her. She look at her little fat. So, oh, hold on. Because you know what? That's pretty long. Try to do like a big kind of that one out. Look at her. Look at her. She's so cute, right? She's so fat and obese in a beautiful way. We definitely need to be in a better environment, in a better place. But this world is so fucking selfish and destructive and fucking self entitled. Like I don't give you guys permission, obviously, and but you're trying to take it, and it's just like as you can see, day by fucking day. I don't live by your will, and you guys do nothing but just look like fucking minuses by trying to make it happen. Okay, especially by having like some stupid ass wigger with the prominent nose, the features, thinking that he has some type of authority to do this, that, here, and the third. Like, yo, you may be able to, you know, speak with those thin ass lips um, about some shit, but it's just like at the very end of the day, you still can't manifest me to want to give a fuck about you. Really, like you deserve prison time, hard. Like, and to the person who you literally collaborated with, the people that you collaborated with, they're the ones that desperately need to be put in a hearse. Seriously, they are doing nothing but just like being the minus for many people of all races and genders. But that's another topic to another story. I just wanted to come up on here and say that this wasn't something that you guys were reaching for this one. It was like fake friends. And I put myself out there because clearly seems really taboo to talk about certain type of things. And it was just like, you know what, fuck it. Voldemort. Okay. All right, guys, I'm about to go back to work and where you guys will no doubtly watch me, try to sabotage me, and try to fool my plans and be like, see this, you don't want this nigga. Things of that nature, you know, la. Talk about me. All that jazz. All that jazz. It's crazy. It's just, oh my god, so disappointing. I don't know, what else do I want to talk about? Finding who never lets you out. Bitch, you guys seem more trapped than I do, honestly. Like, to make it seem like really fucking clear, you guys just seem like more fucking trapped than I do. Like, you guys seem like, honestly, like, not to make yourself a victim, because y'all not, but it's just like, I just seem very much more troubled than I do. So, than I do. Man, and we're gonna just go man. You were really like called himself out. I'm telling you that. Mhm, 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 mhm. See. Mhm, mhm, mhm. Okay, I'm gonna go. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. It just seemed like, for a weird situation, Black people were put in the line of fire for calling out the J words, and then J words were trying to punish the Black people. But it's like you guys are both need to just sit down and really just kind of go over with the mediator, several actually, about where the fuck it is you went wrong, and if you guys were actually willing to make a change or anything like that, then it needs to happen. Cause you're coming down, down. All right, I'm going. Yeah, 'cause actually I have something that's actually way more than this, but yeah, and I'm not team anybody. I really am not. Because clearly y'all don't give a fuck. Y'all really have shown your asses. But I think it's just about like a universal kind of thing where just, fucking bigger picture. All right, that's it.